Nastapaye Svabhadesu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhakti Bhavaiti Naistiki. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 3, Text 11. Yeah, it's just going to Anyate dam vidasyeham ayata pura ojasa kimanye kulani dute kalpante Vaishnavadibi ayate dam vidasyeham ayata puramojasa kimanye kalani dute kalpante Vaishnavadibi anyate dam vidasyeham ayata puram ojasa kimanye kalani dute kalpante Vaishnavadibi. Can someone try? Ladies, mothers? Thank you. So, word for word translation. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace is confounded child. Srila Abhachan Rabindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anyata, just the opposite. Idam, this universe. Vedasya, shall make. Aham, I. Ayata, inappropriate. Purvam, as it was before. Ojasa, by dint of the power of my austerity. Kim, what use? And yehi, with order. Kalani dute, vanquished in due course of time. Kalpa ante, at the end of the millennium. Vaishnava Adibi, with planets like Dhruva Loka or Vaikuntha Loka. Translation: By dint of my severe austerities, I shall reverse the results of pious and impious activities. I shall overturn all the established practices within this world. Even Dhruva Loka will be vanquished at the end of the millennium. Therefore, what is the use of it? I shall prefer to remain in the position of Brahma. Please kindly responsibly repeat. By dint of my severe austerities, I shall reverse the results of pious and impious activities. I shall overturn all the established practices within this world. Even Dhruva Loka will be vanquished at the end of the millennium. Therefore, what is the use of it? I shall prefer to remain in the position of Brahma. That's very good. Purport: Hiranyakashipu's demoniac determination was explained to Lord Brahma by the demigods, who informed him that Hiranyakashipu wanted to overturn all established principles. After executing severe austerities, people within this material world are promoted to the heavenly planets. But Hiranyakashipu wanted them to be unhappy, suffering because of the diplomatic feelings of the demigods, even in the heavenly planets. He wanted those who were harassed in this world by material transactions to be unhappy for the same reason, even in the heavenly planets. Indeed, he wanted to introduce such harassment everywhere. One might ask how this will be possible. Since the universal order has been established since time immemorial. But Hiranyakashipu was proud to declare that he will be able to do everything by the power of his tapasya. He even wanted to make the Vaishnava's position insecure. These are some of the symptoms of asuric determination. Amagyan Timirasya, Gadajana Salakaya, Sakshur Militam, Yena Tasmai, Si Gurubhe Namaha. Sachetanya Manovistam, Stafetam Yena Bhutale, Swayam Rupam Kadamaya, Dadati Swa Padantikam. Panchakalpataribhyacha kripasunambhyacha patitanam pavanambhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Vandasi Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodata Godadaya Puspavantu Chita Chandu Tamam. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Samad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Itinam. Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Picharane Nirbhisesi Sonyam Bhagavad. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Prasadi Sri Gaura Bhakti. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So welcome everyone to this segment of the morning program, Bhagavatam class. And prayers before reading the Bhagavatam, it gives express delineation about the benefits of hearing the Bhagavatam, benefits of reading the Bhagavatam, benefits of speaking the Bhagavatam. Nasta prayesu abhadra. Abhadrasu nityam. So this service should be eternal. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Here in the Bhagavatam is service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Reading the Bhagavatam is service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In fact, this puja, this performing of puja with the intelligence. And intelligence is meant for discrimination. Intelligence is supposedly even higher than the mind. For the mind is like, you have two kids, two brothers, or two sisters, and one of them is very skinny. And then the other one, the younger one is, has good body. And so although the older one is intelligent, very discriminatory, it uses all her intelligence discriminatively for a higher purpose, and who don't want to get involved in any unethical activities. And sometimes the younger one, who is more or less like a bully, forces the older one to do things even against his or her better judgment. That's the nature of the mind. The mind is like a bully. So intelligence is supposedly higher than the mind. But we get so much influenced by the mind. Because we have been conditioned to the mind for so long, billions of years. The same mind will be conditioned by the same mind for billions of years. And when Prabhupada used the word condition, sometimes we don't seem to understand, some of us don't seem to understand properly, because the very term conditioning is a psychological construct. We can't measure the length and breadth of conditioning, but we can feel the effects. We can measure the effects. And so, when we come to devotional service, also because we have been influenced, we'll be conditioned by the mind for such a long time. It is so difficult to disentangle ourselves from that conditioning. The conditioning, Pavlov, one psychologist, he conducted the research on conditioning. I should listen to this. He put a dog in a cage, and then each time he wants to feed the dog, he rings the bell. So the dog got conditioned to the bell in association with food. And so when he rings the bell, the dog comes out ready for the food. He will measure the salivation of the dog. And so he will get that recorded. And even when he did not bring any food, he just rings the bell. And he measures the salivation of the dog. The dog is salivating. Food is not there. That is the effect of condition. So we got conditioned to the impulses of the material world, material body. And so it becomes so difficult, even if we have been practicing devotional service for decades, it becomes so challenging to extricate ourselves from the conditioning of the mind. But if we find the example, thank you. We find the example of the acharyas who have become free from this very conditioning. He gives up It gives us a sense of hope. And so, because we have been conditioned to material activities, and even if we hear that, we hear the very definition of devotional service, Nibbana Krishna Sambandhe, we have to reject everything that is not associated with our acceleration in devotional service and accept those things that will help us to grow. If we hear this is the definition of Bhakti by Rupa Goswami. If even we hear this, no, it's so difficult. So here is the case of austerities. Devotees are also performing austerities, isn't it? The demons are also performing austerities. While Krishna is looking at, as Baba Grahi, is looking at our intentionalities. What is the intent? So here, Rankasipo is declaring his intent. He doesn't hide it. We may hide our intents, but Krishna knows why we are doing what we are doing, how we are doing what we are doing. And therefore, what is important for the devotee is that Krishna takes what we give to him. But he also is also watching what we keep behind. I mean, it's like you have plenty of money. I come to give, you are a billionaire, for instance, okay, or a trillionaire. And you come to give Krishna some money. Yes, you've done a great job. But Krishna is also looking at, your wages. How much you get every month? How much you're giving to him? How much do we reserve for ourselves? Because the demon is thinking, everything belongs to me. Everything is meant for my enjoyment. Look, I am the most powerful. Siroham Balawan Sukhi. I am Bogi, Siroham. Krishna describes the mentality of the demon. So, yes, here is a typical case of a demon in display, and he doesn't hide. He doesn't give a damn to hiding his feelings. This is what I intend to do. And all of his thought provocations, he's speaking it out. It's like when you talk to yourself, it's called soliloquy. He's talking it out. This is what I want to do. So, we understand austerity is good. We perform austerities. Even to wake up in the morning. I was mentioned the other day, when we join, 3 o'clock, temple commander goes around with the bell. He rings the bell. You say, you want to live in the temple? 3 o'clock? You have to get up. So it's a big austerity. And so we are also performing austerities. In fact, I remember in my episode, my Bhakti Sastra teacher, he had invited me one day that I should come for lunch. So I told him up front that I will not be able to come, Prabhu. He said, why? I said, because I don't want to come and disturb you and your wife. But he didn't take me seriously. So I think on the scheduled day for the lunch, he was inviting other Swamis to come. And just after Mangalati, he came to me and said, oh, Maharaj, today is the lunch day. So I told him, listen, I've told you I will not be able to come. He said, why? You're my friend. I said, see, I don't eat this, this. And he looked at me and said, so our movement is a kitchen movement, means food movement. And you're so becoming so detached from so many things. So what are you enjoying in this world? What are you enjoying? So even the eating, the doctor sometimes puts the patient on some diet or some type of lifestyle. There is an austerity. The intention is the problem. The intent. In the law court, when you commit a crime, the judge or the prosecutors will want to prove your intention. If you kill somebody with a plan to kill the person, if they prove that in court, oh, the punishment is heavier. But you didn't plan it. It just happened by self-defense or by accident. No, you get some punishment, but it's less. So the point is the intent. So Krishna is Baba Grahi Janardana. He's looking at, our above. What is the modus vivendi? What is our modus vivendi in deliberating this, performing some service? You see, two pujaris go to the altar to do the same worship to their lordships. They don't get the same results. The same paraphernalias. They don't get the same results. Because Krishna is meticulously taking into account what we are thinking. And so, austerity is very good. We have people who come to devotional service and they want power. And power is given to them, and then they abuse it. It's so good to work so hard, to perform some austerities, to be known, to come to the upfront, to get some big position. What you do with the position is the problem. Do you abuse it? Or you use it to facilitate the devotional growth of the community? So here, Yananika is given, he has all this strong determination. But Prabhupada describes it as asuric determinations, asuric austerities. Because it is just meant to gratify his sensory modalities, not to please Krishna. So whatever we are doing, we have to think, am I doing this to please Krishna? Otherwise, it becomes an asura bhava. This is a problem. So, this is what Krishna counts so much. It's about our mindset. And determination is so important. We have heard the story of the parrot. And Prabhupada tells the story of the parrot. Is it a parrot? What's the name of the bird that was trying to drain the ocean? What's the name of that bird? Huh? The ocean, sparrow, yeah. The ocean took, the wave of the ocean took the sparrow's eggs. And he was so much in anxiety. That's a good example of determination. It looks like this is impossible. You're wasting your time. It's like someone a hunter trying to go for a rhino. Hey, come on, you're wasting your time. So Prabhupada said, if we have to go for hunting, we should go for a rhino. In other words, we should have high-profile determination in all that we do. It's not that we come to devotional service and we say, we already conclude. Well, I remember one professor, one Russian professor, my friend, we had some program for Russian audience through Zoom. So we sent the invite to her. I think about something about some devotees, procrastinating their devotional culture. I say, I can do next life, next. And this the professor, she says, you wrote me to say, I think about this all the time. That's why I'm not so much serious about devotional service. I'm thinking about the next. I'll come and continue the next life. I don't need to worry. So we should not think that we cannot make it in this life. That is a self-defeating concept. And sometimes people also think, well, because I'm a grihasta, there's nothing I can do. I'm doomed. I cannot make it. The Pandavas, none of them was a sannyasi. Any of the Pandavas was a sannyasi? Huh? Was any of the Pandavas a brahmachari? The Pandavas is there in the scriptures. But they loved Krishna so much that Krishna became their messenger. It's about the love we have for Krishna. It's not about the ashram. So, Prabhupada has given us a standard in our movement. And if we simply follow that standard, we can spread Krishna consciousness in all nooks and crannies of the world. And therefore, it is important for us, and I usually mention this practically all the time. See, the Acharya has established a mission statement. For him to set up this organization, he wrote his mission statement, his vision and goals. And so, if we also follow Prabhupada's mission statement, a vision and goals, we can be superlatively successful. But if we want to do our own things back and forth here and there, no matter how sophisticated they may be, it will only boil down to, fragmentations and all this stuff. And this is what is going on. You see, there's so much of fragmentations that are going on. And so, yes, we should be determined to spread Krishna consciousness. Instead of being determined to be so powerful to control the whole world, we can't even control. We are slaves to our senses and our minds. I want to control the whole world. How does that work? Hiranyakasipu is a slave to his senses and his mind, but he wants to become a Lord Brahma. To give anxiety to the devotees, for him, that's not enough. He should take the position of Lord Brahma. And therefore, this is a warning to us about how we have to, the frame of mind that we should have in whatever we are doing. We are interacting with devotees. We're doing some services. One is our frame of mind. What is our mentality? So if we think along that, that line and just dedicate our thought pattern in Krishna consciousness to please Krishna, not to acquire infrastructures and facilities for our personal enjoyment, then whatever austerities we perform, they are wonderful. The austerities in the mode of purified goodness. So people can perform. I think I was mentioning the other day, when I was young, I have seen people in Christianity. I've seen somebody who fasted Nijala Ekadasi for 30 days. But what does he want? Power, healing power. Healing power. So, whatever we are doing, I mean, we could break down to every damn thing. Everything you're doing and whatever service you're doing, we should think, who am I doing this for? For whose enjoyment? For whose benefit? If it is to aggrandize our position, then we should better have a rethink. Because that is not conducive for devotional. It's not conducive for our devotional sustainability. And therefore, as simple as the devotional service may sound to be, what is most essential is our frame of mind. Our frame of mind. What do we want? We want to please Krishna or want to please ourselves? I see I have a friend. She's a professor, she's a psychology professor. So she was living in Tempel before. And when she finished her PhD, she got married. And she got married, she stopped. She surrendered her deities to the temple. She stopped chanting. Everything stopped. I've achieved my goal. I got a nice husband. I performed all those austerities. I went to India and all these places. I've achieved my goal. Got a nice, handsome husband. But you know what? She called me up one day and she said, I put him to jail. I said, what? What happened? You were so happy when you got married. You give up Krishna. Now you put the person, you put the object of your love in jail. Yeah. So this is the nature of this material world. When we repose our love, our devotion in some material objects, there are side unpalatable developments that could take place. We cannot be sure. In this world, we cannot be sure of anything. There is nothing. Even the person who supposedly loves you the most have seen so many nasty things. Even in the holy dam, I've seen all of these nasty things. One young lady in Mayapur, she's doing a PhD in some science field. Her mom's story was pathetic. Husband ran away with another woman, and the other woman was also married. Married to a devotee too. Some people say, well, I'm getting agitated as a brahmachari, let me just get married, But here, what is happening? And not just married, with 2 children. So the mentality to enjoy, the point is the mentality to enjoy has no limit. I was in California some time ago. We had some public program, and where a number of non-devotees came, and so I made a presentation, and it was in the evening. I made a presentation. I don't exactly remember, but I remember vividly after the presentation, one young, beautiful lady, she came to me. She said, I am married with a well-to-do person. But I still get attracted to other men. How is that? She's not a devotee. So the point is, whatever situation we find ourselves, nothing is secured. Nothing. Whether you're married, you're not secured. The only security will be Krishna consciousness. Whether you have plenty of money, you're not secured. I know a bunch of billionaires in America who are in jail right now. They're trying their case. They're trying to free themselves. No, because there's a bunch of evidence to show their criminality, their charges. So the demons may say, well, I am the God, you worship me and all these things. But we want to worship someone who is not controlled by their senses and their mind. And so the description, Krishna has given a detailed description of the qualities of the demons and the devotees in the Bhagavad Gita. And so here Hiranyakasipu is just exhibiting some of these qualities in full type of determination, asuric determination. Very, very determined to get the power, mystic power, political power. We should have determination to serve the devotees of the Lord. We should have determination to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission. We should not be so determined to be attached to smartphones. Any questions or comments? Any comments or questions? All right, in the absence of any comments or questions, we'd like to adjourn this meeting. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.